this was definitely I'm not employed and shouldn't be spending money, but the FOMO will kill me if I don't buy it and read it. I mean, my mom spent $500 for them to tell me I'm healthy, except she has this giant zit on her face. Who needs fun when you're an idiot? Howdy partners, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and let's start a new reading vlog. This week the theme is going to be how much am I realistically going to read starting a brand new job, because cue your applause, the crowd's going wild. I got the job that I really wanted. I will link my last reading vlog up on the screen somewhere, but if you watched that one, it was very long, but it is very entertaining. I had a number of interviews throughout the course of filming that vlog, and I go on and on about one particular interview that I had that I really wanted that job, and I did end up getting that job. So I start tomorrow. My schedule is great. It's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. So I feel like I'm still gonna have plenty of time to work on content and read and do all the things that I like to do besides work for a living. You're gonna go on a journey with me as I start this new job, and we're gonna see how it goes and how much I read. So I've got my cup of tea because I'm struggling. It is Sunday, September 21st. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Never gonna stop singing poorly on this channel, just so you know. I thought we would kind of do a little update on what I'm currently reading, and I'll just take you with me throughout the week. I don't really have anything I need to do tonight per se. I did want to do a little bit of like meal prep, snack prep. I wanted to bake some bagels with my sourdough discard because I finally have a good sourdough starter going. It's not ready yet because it's not quite doubling in size, but it's getting there. I was gonna make bagels with the discard, but I have a headache that just won't go away, and I kind of just want to sit and read and relax and go to bed at a reasonable time tonight, so we'll see. We did pick up a washer and dryer off Facebook Marketplace earlier today, and I was so excited to finally do laundry at my house, and then I forgot to get plumber's tape when I went to buy a bunch of laundry stuff at the store. So we'll have some laundry b-roll later this week, hopefully tomorrow, because I do have a hamper full. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna film while I'm at work because I'm a pharmacist and I work obviously with patient information, so I don't feel comfortable filming at work. It's just not something I'm ever gonna do. But commutes, audiobooks, I have a few on my Libby shelf that I'm hoping to get through. So we'll look at those, and we'll just see how this week goes. We'll see how my mood changes by the end of the week. Okay, let us talk about what I'm currently reading and where I'm at with those books, and then my loose plans for the rest of the week, because I do have a few audiobooks that I would like to get through. I love audiobooks while I drive. It's my preferred time. Crocheting and driving is when I like to do audiobooks. I try when I do housework, but I prefer very loud, angry music when I do housework is really what motivates me to get up and do it. So neither here nor there. Let's talk about my current reads. Okay, I did end up going to Barnes & Noble earlier this week. I will put a picture up of what I picked up, but one of them was the new Dan Brown, The Secret of Secrets. A lot of people that I follow here on BookTube are currently reading this one, so this was definitely I'm not employed and shouldn't be spending money, but the FOMO will kill me if I don't buy it and read it. And the reason that I bought it is not particularly because I care to own a copy of this, although I am happy because it's Barnes & Noble is just really, well, not Barnes & Noble, but just publishers in general are really putting some quality into, especially their hardbacks. This is heavy, like it has some weight to it. And now that's probably because it's deceivingly 675 pages long, but it's just really nice. And it has a map of Prague, which is where our main conflict is taking place. And it's classic Dan Brown. Robert Langdon is just immediately thrown into a ridiculous situation. But I really like where this one is going and kind of what the premise is. So Robert is entangled in a whole hullabaloo surrounding his new girlfriend, Catherine, who is in Prague to do a talk, and she has a new book coming out. And the book is basically reinventing how we think about consciousness and the theories that she has surrounding how consciousness actually works, how she thinks it actually works, and also a bunch of experiments that she has done to prove it. And one thing about Dan Brown is you're not gonna know exactly what the hell the crux of the thing is of the book, or, you know, I am halfway through this book and I have just gotten to a point where it's like revealing what Catherine's big theory is. But it's just, he's such a compulsive author, and I really enjoy being back with Robert Langdon. Paddington. I like the setting of Prague. It feels like a nod to when we were Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, when it was a little bit more Renaissance. There is a lot of history about the Holocaust and Jewish people, Jewish mythology, just a lot of interesting topics thrown in here that are all factual and all real, which is something that I do appreciate about Dan Brown, is he certainly does do his research. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to finish this tonight because, again, I do have some meal prep things I want to do, but I have 300 pages left, 320 pages left. It's crazy. This doesn't look like an almost 700 page book, but it's just, I don't know, it's just well printed. Del Rey, I think, Doubleday, excuse me. So this is the only current physical that I have going on. I don't know if I'll start something else because I kind of really want to get through this, but I just don't know if it's going to happen tonight. So this is our physical, and that's my update on where we're at. I'm enjoying it. I'm halfway through. The other book that I am reading is on my Kindle, and it is Warrior Princess Assassin by Brigid Kemmerer. And I'm just in a romantasy mood. I don't care if it's well written. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm just consuming romantasy like it's my job. And I feel like you guys will like that because romantasy is just such a popular genre. It is a very hit or miss genre for me. I am very picky, but right now I'm not. I just finished Heavenly Bodies by Amani Aru. I just finished Heavenly Bodies by Amani Aru, which I think I also talked about in my last vlog, but I loved it. 5 stars. 5 stars, me giving to a romantasy. Everybody panic. But I really, really liked it. I'm still thinking about it. I cannot wait for book 2, which I think comes out this fall. Anywho, I borrowed this off Kindle Unlimited. I have been seeing a lot of good reviews. I love the cover. Great. I picked it up. I am also flying through this. I think I'm like almost 150 pages in, so I'm about 35% done with this. And again, I don't know that I'm going to finish anything tonight before we start work tomorrow, but certainly these 2 books are my priority this week. So this one is following a princess, a warrior, and an assassin. So Princess Jory is betrothed to King Maddox of another kingdom because the magic systems in this world only affect certain people. So Princess Jory's father can control weather, so their crops are really good, their people are well fed, while King Maddox is a fire wielder, so they're never going cold in his kingdom, but they do have issues with growing crops and farming and providing for the people in that sense. So they're gonna get married, the magics are gonna crisscross, they're all gonna help each other, and of course there's some intrigue and there's some secrets that are happening, you know, throughout the negotiations and the betrothal. And then we also have our third character, who is the assassin. His name is Asher, and he is a lifelong friend of Princess Jory's, and I think we're having a little 3-way love triangle. I don't know if it's gonna get gay, but like if it does, that's great. There was a scene where I was like, are the boys gonna but yeah, I'm enjoying this. I don't know that it will be more than like a 3 or 4 star depending on how it ends. It's not feeling like a 5 star, but it is very enjoyable. So that's my Kindle, that's my physical. Let's talk about the audiobooks that I have queued up. So the first one that I want to get through, I have the audiobook for We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter, which I have been seeing just nothing but great reviews. It is supposed to be one of her best yet, so I am very excited. I think I'm gonna start that one probably tomorrow. And that will be our first audiobook that we attempt. No, don't remove download. This first week of working and commuting. My drive is gonna be, I think, between like 35 and 45 minutes depending on the traffic. I don't have to be there until 8:30 tomorrow, but because my regular schedule is 8 to 4:30, I'm gonna leave the house at 7 just to see like what the traffic is gonna be like. So we'll listen to some audiobook and take some B-roll and chit chat. I also have an audiobook called It's Not the End of the World. This is by Jonathan Parks Ramage. And it's a sci-fi futuristic apocalypse book. The tags are thriller, fiction literature, LGBTQIA+ fiction. So It's Not the End of the World is a terrifying climate thriller, a vicious takedown of the uber wealthy, and a queer family saga that isn't afraid to punch back. It's 2044 and life is bleak for many Americans, but not for Mason Dawn. And then it goes on to say that he is in a gay relationship. They're having a huge baby shower because they're adopting a newborn, and something like an apocalyptic event is going to hit Los Angeles. And are these rich people going to cancel their party? No. So I think that one will be really fun as well. How long is that one? 12 hours. Karen Slaughter is 17 hours. I'm gonna start with the Karen Slaughter because I feel like more people are waiting on that one, so I'd rather finish that one and send it back out into the universe. And it's also a newer release, so I don't want to get spoiled. And then I also have, if we manage to get through 2 audiobooks this week, which will be astounding because I haven't really been listening to a ton of audiobooks. I also have books 1 and 2 to the spin-off series of The Legends of Thesmar. So I have Iron and Embers and Thorns and Fire. This is following Ren. What is the main girl's name? I can't remember. This is following the sister. So this is following Ren, who is the alchemist. Thea, thank you. So we are following Ren and her love interest, who I think, Torzin, I think. It's one of the other shield bearers, or what do you call it? Guardians of Thesmar. I literally just finished The Legends of Thesmar, the original series, and I'm already like, I don't remember anybody's name or anything that happened. Did I love it? Yes. I won't take any criticism on that. But yeah, I have heard, so it's interesting because these have really good ratings on Goodreads, but almost everyone that I've watched on BookTube was like, it's just not as good as Legends of Thesmar, but it's fine. So I'm not expecting to be blown away by any means, but I have them on my Kindle as well from Kindle Unlimited. So it would be nice if I finish Warrior Princess Assassin, I can listen to the audiobooks while I, doing my work commute, and then if I want to pick up where I left off and read with my eyes, I can do so. So that's what we have going on there. That's all I think I really have to say to start off this vlog. A 12-minute intro. Classic me. Yeah. Ooh, we can take off, get a job. 5 times a week IG posts. Well, I gave that my best shot. I'm looking at my content calendar that we did during my September reset, which I will link that here as well. I did get a job, so that's dope. And I have posted 3 YouTube videos, so 1 more this week. This weekly reading vlog is not going to be ready until next week. This is going to go up maybe October 1st. I don't know. It's gonna go up not this week, but next week. I need to think of something to film this week. So I think tomorrow night I might do my 10 before the end and just post like a really quick 20-30 minute video that I can edit really quickly this week. I have read one of my 10 before the end already, but the other 9 are unread. 10 before the end. A lot of rhyming here. Okay, enough yapping and babbling. I am gonna go sit in a heating pad because bringing that washer and dryer in, I think my spine cracked in half. I can feel when the moment, like the pop, when my back starts uncooperating, and it just immediately makes me cry in fear of like the next movement I make. I'm fine, but I need to sit and take some ibuprofen and sit on my heating pad. So I think we are going to read Dan Brown because this shit is way too heavy to hold in bed. I just love reading. I think we all love reading our Kindles in bed because I can just fall asleep with it like this. So yeah, we'll see how much I can get through of this. If I can finish it tonight, that's amazing. But again, I do have a couple little things in the kitchen that I would like to get done, get my scrubs laid out. Just like, wow, Sunday and I have work tomorrow. This hasn't happened in 4 months. So I'm really excited because I have a good vibe about this place. I think it's not gonna be a place where I'm crashing out. I did take a pay cut, but peace of mind is worth more than money. I will check back in when I have an update on where we're at in Mr. Dan Brown, and I'm excited to see what this first week of work gonna bring us, and I'm excited to bring you guys along. So let me know down below if you're enjoying my reading vlogs because I feel like I'm crushing it. Okay, TTYL. She's in scrubs. I freaking love jobs that let me wear scrubs day in and day out because I have the same 5 pairs of scrubs. They're like, they're Med Couture from Amazon. I don't like supporting Amazon. I try to do it the least amount that I possibly can. I typically don't buy books from there. This is just a plug for Eating the Rich, but I don't know where else to get these scrubs, and they're amazing and they fit really well. They're like they're like figs. Is that the big one? I feel like they're a knockoff of those. But anywho, I wanted to do a quick update for I had to work for the first day. I did not sleep well. I also did not fall asleep as early as I wanted to. So we're running on like 6 hours of sleep, but who needs more, you know? I did. Oh, bother. I did. That's okay. We'll try again tonight. It's gonna take some time. I think I need to start taking my melatonin at like 8 p.m. to get into that circadian rhythm that I'm looking for. But I did read, I would say like 150 pages of Secretive Secrets. So now I'm on 520. Yeah, so I have about 150 left. And I will say that this book, it didn't need to be this long. It is definitely Dan Brown is just doing that thing where he builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and tries to keep you in the dark. And then the payoff is just never as good as I want it to be. After the Da Vinci Code, there's just not as many, like the further into his books that he goes, he kind of went away from like the classic puzzle solving quest type of plot that we got in the Da Vinci Code. And this one is more, the entire book so far, 500 pages, has taken place over less than 24 hours, which is insane. And there's been a couple of reveals, but nothing mind-blowing per se. Honestly, this is probably feeling like a 3.5-ish, but I just love Dan Brown. I just love him so much. I do declare that this did not need to be almost 700 pages. So I am not bringing this to work because this is way too heavy to put in my work bag. So this is gonna be my at-home book, but I am gonna bring my Kindle so I can read Warrior Princess Assassin on my lunch break. And I think I'm gonna start the Karen Slaughter audiobook here in a minute when I hop in my vehicle and start driving. I would like to eventually get to a point where I can go to the gym in the morning and then just like take a quick rinse or not and then just go directly to work. But that's a problem for later Alex to solve because I have to be asleep by 9 o'clock for that to work. And right now I'm barely making it by 11. I just prefer to stay up later, especially since I haven't been working for 4 months. I'm just like, who cares? But I really want to try to get into like a better sleep schedule, life schedule, workout schedule. Even if I just do like Saturday, Sunday when I'm off, and then just like a couple days during the week to get a walk and like a quick stretch in or something like that. But we'll see how all that goes. So that's my update. Good stuff. I will probably not update again until I get home, but enjoy whatever B-roll I managed to secure on my very first day back to work.
When she caught the embarrassed look on Hannah's face, Ana Lou, her father's deep baritone cut through the white noise of the crowd. She slipped her hat back on and walked in his direction. Eddie tried not to think too hard about the new scratchiness in his voice. Gerald Clifton had turned 74 in January, and suddenly, shockingly, her strong, capable father was wearing out. Bad knees, bad back, bad arthritis in his hands. Even the way he coughed had changed from a quick, short burst to a raggedy-sounding grumble.
Hi! She survived her first day of work. Wow. My body ached, my feet hurt, my back hurts. I am so much more tired than I thought I was gonna be. Everything hurts and I'm dying. So this is gonna be a very, very fast update and we'll try again tomorrow. But I don't really have a lot of reading updates, TBH. So let's start with work. It was great. It was, honestly, it seems like a very laid back job. Probably, like, I don't think I've ever walked into a new job and seen so many smiling faces. Like, everyone looks genuinely not pissed off to be there. And if you work in healthcare, or really if you work in general, that's a good sign. So I am Miss Ma'am Claudette. I'm screaming internally. She was pulling up the carpet and got on her and she's like, what? Me? No. It's a no. What you doing, little one? Big jump. Claudette? Hey, sweetie. Oh, you're so cute. It makes me want to die. Hey, baby. You gonna read a book? Those are some good ones. I just don't know where to put them yet. Okay. Focus. Me to me. Ah! Who needs fun when you're an idiot? Who needs fun when you're an idiot? It's fun when you're an idiot. also mean to me. Good Lord. Okay, I obviously need to go to sleep. It is 8:45-ish. I just took some melatonin. We're gonna try to get into a sleep by 10, awake by 6, momentum full 8 hours. It's not gonna happen tonight. I can already feel it. Although I am pretty tired. So, okay, work was great. Schedule was great. The traffic wasn't too bad coming home. It's fine in the morning. It's only gonna take me like 40 minutes, which is fine by me. It took me about 50 minutes to get home, which also fine by me because it's all back roads. It's not like stop and go, pain in the ass, highway traffic, people cutting me off every 2 seconds. First day down. First day of forever, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I just want to get paid to read. Somebody tell me what to do. Okay, I'm feeling a little delulu. So for reading, I didn't do much today except, as you saw, I did start We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter, and it is really gripping already. I just love her writing. She just creates these amazing characters that are so intelligent, and you just know that she does her research before she writes these epic thrillers. And I feel like I need to take back yet again every time that I've said that I don't really like thrillers, because certain ones I do and certain authors I do. Samantha Downing, we're doing great. Karen Slaughter can do no wrong. So this one is very reminiscent of her Will Trent series, more so than like Pretty Girls. It has not gotten very crazy or gruesome or anything like that, but I have seen a couple booktubers read it and say that those moments are coming. So I'm excited to continue in that. I think I only got about 10% in. So we're still at the very beginning of, you know, the situation, which is our two 15-year-old girl female main characters, I guess. Well, like, are they the main characters? I don't know. I didn't read the synopsis as usual, but they have been taken. We have a taken situation, and we're currently following the police officers that are part of this small town trying to figure out what happened to these girls. And in classic small town Georgia fashion, stand-up Georgia, there's a lot of interconnectedness, the relationships between the people. Does that make sense? That was insane psychobabble talk. For example, one of our main detectives, her name is Emmy, and her best friend Hannah is the stepmom of one of the girls that has been taken. So we have a lot of delicate situations to navigate here, and we're already getting some reveals. You know, of course, one girl's parents are saying that the other girl is the bad influence, and then that girl's parents are saying that the first girl's parents are she's the bad influence. I don't know why I'm even bothering to try to talk right now because it's not working. I'm delusional. Okay, that's that. I'm enjoying it. I think my plan is right now I'm going to start my 12th episode of Book of the Month. I can't believe we're on episode 12. And I can't believe that I haven't asked Book of the Month to sponsor me. But if you're listening, if you're watching, please do. I miss you guys. I can't afford it. I would love to work with you. I'm gonna slide in your DMs at the ass end of this fucking challenge that I've been doing. But I'm gonna start that, see what 5 books we get, and then I think I'm gonna try to finish The Secret of Secrets before bedtime because I'm tired of holding this heavy ass book. I have just about 140-ish pages left, so I think we can get that done. I was hoping to, what was I hoping? Oh, I was hoping to be in bed reading by now, but Monday Night Football is on and I don't think I'm tired enough to like lay down and fall asleep. So I'm gonna try to finish The Secret of Secrets. If I do, I will certainly give it my all to do an update. If not, we'll chit chat in the morning before work. And one more update, I might DNF Warrior Princess Assassin because I was talking to Allie about it while I was at work, just doing, you know, whenever you start a new job and you have to do like all the onboarding shit. So I was doing that on my phone and chit-chatting with Allie. And the thing that I think is bothering me is I don't really like wide shoes because I'm personally just a monogamy girl. Like, I've been married for 5 years. I just don't, not to say that that matters. I don't want to sound like I'm infringing on anyone's right to enjoy this particular trope. I just don't think it's working for me, especially in this particular book. I have read reverse harem, I've read why choose, I've read gay, I've read sapphic. I'll read anything. The problem that I have is 30%, the first 30% of the book, we have been building up this flirtation between Princess Jory and King Maddox, and now we're throwing Asher in. in as like the third love interest, and I just don't buy it, and I don't like him. I don't like, he's already done things that I don't think are redeemable for me. So I do like Bridget Kemmerer's writing. I have Defy the Night, I think is that one that she wrote, somewhere around here, and I would like to read that. I think it's a trilogy or a duology, so I'm not swearing off of that trope or that author. I just think in this particular instance, I don't like one of the characters that is involved, and we also spent 120 pages of this book believing in one particular romance, and I didn't want it to change, if that makes sense. Again, I could not possibly care less. Anybody watching this or whatever likes White Shoes or Reverse Harem, that's great. That's awesome. I like some things that are probably other people don't like. All I'm saying is it's not working for me in this book, and I don't want to waste another 250 pages of my life reading it. So we might not continue with that one. If anyone has read that one by the time that this video publishes and you think I should continue or give it another try, let me know. But yeah, that's that. 9 minutes of nonsense with little to no actual updates. Ooh, my battery's gonna die. Okay, we'll TTYL. Hi, I am not doing great updating this week, which kind of stinks because the whole point of this vlog was like a week in my life starting a new job, and the new job has exhausted me. It's great. I'm on day 3. Today's Wednesday, September 24th, and absolutely loving it. I have 0 complaints. Everyone is really like kind and nice and welcoming, and they're all happy to be working there, which I feel like is a good sign. So things are great, but I think just like using my brain for 8 hours a day consistently again is taking its toll on me, and I'm trying to get into a new sleep schedule. I just took my melatonin. But in my defense, I brought my camera to vlog while I was driving today, and I couldn't get my camera set up the right way this morning, so I was like, I'll just do it on my drive home. Battery was dead. Why? I don't know. I must have had the camera on all day in my purse by accident. But yeah, so we're updating now, and I do have a couple of updates. So the first one is that I finished The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown, and this was fine. I knew it wasn't going to be a 5-star, right? Because did I talk about this last night? I don't think I did. No, I was really tired last night and my foot was really swollen. I have this like hive stress thing reaction. I don't know what to tell you. My right ankle and foot was so swollen. It's not even funny. So I went to bed pretty early last night and just didn't feel like doing much of anything, especially talking to the camera. But I did finish the last 100 pages or so that I had of The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown, and I enjoyed this. I just don't think that Dan Brown has done anything exceptional since the Da Vinci Code. They all kind of just, they're fine. I feel like I talked about this. I don't know, whatever. I honestly will probably keep it because I didn't really want to buy it at first because I was like, oh, I'm not going to keep this, because I had a copy of Origin, I think, and I donated it when I was in Colorado, and now I bought this. The FOMO was so bad, and it was fine, and I'm obviously going to keep it on my shelves because I paid for it, but it's going to annoy me if I don't have all of the other Robert Langdon books. Yes, ma'am. Yes, miss ma'am.
Oh, you want to say hello? Say, I went to the vet, and made my mom spend $500 for them to tell me I'm healthy.
Except she has this giant zit on her face. Like, oh, my poor little baby. Yeah, she's fine. She's just revolting against my husband because I think she's just mad that I'm gone to work every day. So she keeps piddling. We took her in to make sure that it wasn't a UTI, but they were like, yeah, no, she's fine. So we do get the results back, her urinalysis tomorrow. But Dan Brown, Secret of Secrets. The FOMO has passed me. I've read it. It was fine. Let's move on. I do think I talked about DNFing Warrior Princess Assassin, and I did indeed decide to do that, but I have since picked up The Wolf King by Lauren Palfreyman. I love this. I'm 50% in. Callum is my new favorite person ever, and I just love like the Scottish influence, the clan. So this is basically following a princess that has been kidnapped by an alpha wolf shifter to use as ransom to get something from her betrothed. But she has always been, she calls herself a statue a lot, and I'm just a soul in a statue, which I'm glad we've actually moved past that analogy because it's fucking dumb. But but this is a very silly, goofy time. Book 2 is out, and I think book 3 is coming out later this year. So this has been my Kindle romantasy read, and I'm very much enjoying it. There is not a lot of depth, I would say, to it, but it's not a poorly written romantasy by any means, and I just think the love interests are so cute together. Like, they just have my attention. So that's that. My biggest update is I'm ready to be hurt again. I'm gonna start Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb tonight. This is book 3 in the Tawny Man trilogy, which is part of the Realm of the Elderlings, following our first trilogy, which is The Assassin's Apprentice. You know, we get introduced to Fitz, and then it goes to Live Ship Traders, and now we're on Tawny Man. I have to start this tonight because I'm buddy reading it with Allie and our other friend Nicole, and they are already on like chapters 7 and 5 respectively, and I haven't even started. So my plan for the night is, what is it, Deanne? You just want all the attention. I need to start this. So I don't want to talk too much about what this is about because it would spoil a lot of the other books, but we are back with Fitz and the Fool in this trilogy, and Fool's Fate, we are going, it's kind of reminiscent of Assassin's Quest because we are about to go on a quest. It's annoying because the quest is taking place in a location that's not on the map. Like, you could have just put it on the map, whoever did the map for Robin Hobb book, but I'm very excited to start this. I absolutely love these characters. I love being in this world. I still think that Live Ship Traders is my favorite so far, but I am very much enjoying Tawny Man as well. So those are the current reads. Oh, we have to talk about, do you want to go out there? I guess she didn't want to hang out with us. That's fine. She's a woman with her own mind, and she can do what she wants, even though she's a dog. Okay. The last update that I have is my audiobook, which is Karen Slaughter, We Are All Guilty Here. It is going places that I did not expect. There have been twists and turns. I don't know how I feel about them. I think by the end of it, I'm going to agree with what I'm saying right now. In the middle of it, I'm past the middle. I think I'm at like 69, 70%. So I may very well finish tomorrow on my commutes. It's too long. It's going on way too long. She does write a lengthy thriller, which is fine, but this one is very slow burn, and I feel like we're almost rinsing and repeating. The second part is kind of just a rinse and repeat of the first part, and we've got nowhere, and like the reveals are good, but I've heard people say this is her best book yet, and I don't see that personally. It's not my favorite. Pretty Girls is still better. The Will Trent series is still better, but I am really enjoying it. I could change my mind depending on how the last 30% goes, but I just think it's been, the first 30% of the book was one situation, and that ended, and now the next 30% is basically a time jump where a very similar thing is happening to tie back to the first thing. So I just don't like spending a big chunk of a book getting used to the characters and the plot, and then we washed our hands of it. We're moving on to the next thing. I don't know. The pacing, it's just not there for me personally, but we're going to continue on. Obviously, I'm going to finish it. I only have 30%, and I love the narrator. I am really enjoying it. It's just, it feels like it could have been shorter. And also, while we're at that point, Dan, you don't need to be writing 670-page Robert Langdon novels. You probably don't need to write another Robert Langdon novel at all, but if you do, I will buy it. Okay, those are the updates. 20 minutes worth, which is fair because I haven't updated in a little bit. I am going to sit my butt down and start Fool's Fate and watch Bob's Burgers. I am not tired at all. Oh, hopefully I can get to sleep at an appropriate time to get up and get to work. I said that and I yawned. That's crazy. I think I Jedi mind tricked myself into that. Okay, I've been babbling a lot. Also, I really just want to finish The Wolf King, but I do really need to do some work in Fool's Fate. And I also have my 5 book of the month books that I just picked yesterday to start that vlog that I need to get to as well, and a bag of library books. Too many books, too little time. That's just like, I think for all of us is just our life's work is too many books and too little time. Okay, we're done talking me to me. Let's go read. Hello. Update time. So I did finish a book today, and it was Karen Slaughter, the audiobook for We Are All Guilty Here. And I have some hot takes, I feel like, because as much as I love Karen Slaughter, I don't think I liked this one so much. And the problem really was in the pacing. And I feel like I talked about it before, but the book follows essentially, that's a weird way to say that word, and also not the right way to say it. The beginning of the book is following the abduction of two 15-year-old girls in this small town and the police department that's responsible for trying to figure out who done it. And then there's a time jump and then a bunch of reveals, I feel like is pretty much the best way to describe almost any Karen Slaughter book, but this one in particular. And I think it needed to be cut down quite a bit. I think the editing was not there. It was very lengthy. There were plot points that, and some of the twists that at first I was like, oh, twisty, but I don't think it really added much. And then especially the big reveal at the end, I was like, what an afterthought. Like just a thrill to be thrilling, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, but I did find it very compulsive to listen to. I did still enjoy it, but I'm probably thinking, if we're still rating books, 3.75, which is not a bad rating, but it did not need to be as long as it was, TBH. And the pacing, it's slow burn. It's the definition of slow burn, and a lot of her novels are. I'm trying to think if I can't remember the other book that I read by her that I felt the same way. It's like a courtroom. It's not Will Trent, because Will Trent is great. I don't know. I can't think of it. Editing me will put it up on the screen. But it had elements of shock like Pretty Girls did, but it's nowhere near as gruesome or really as horrifying as that one was. And I'm not saying that I needed a thriller to be gruesome or horrifying, but this one was just trying to do a lot, and it took a long time to do it. So I didn't find the payoff to be there. And I also figured something out like halfway through the book. So I was just waiting for it to come to light to everybody else. And it's like, you guys are cops. It's not that hard if I figured it out, okay? But anyway, that's done and over with. We will start a new audiobook tomorrow, which I'm actually really excited about. So I forgot how much I love audiobooks. Let's see what we have on my Libby shelf. I know that I have some options for, I already read that book. Oh, Everything is Tuberculosis. Oh, I have been wanting to listen to that. Okay, so I just got the hold for Everything is Tuberculosis. Let me return Karen Slaughter like a good gal. I have It's Not the End of the World by Jonathan Parks Ramage, which is that apocalyptic climate sci-fi humorous book that I told y'all about. And then I also have Iron and Embers and Thorns and Fire. And Everything is Tuberculosis is only 6 hours, so that one might be the one. Let me borrow this. I already read that. I share my Libby with some friends, so I never know if I'm the one that is borrowing things or if it's them. But that's that update. We did finish that. Let's talk about The Wolf King. I'm about, I think, 70% done with this, and I'm still really liking it. I'm excited to see how it's gonna end and start. Yeah, 67%. I'm excited to see how it's gonna end and where our characters are gonna end up by the end of book 1, because I do have book 2, which I think is called The Night Prince, already ready to go. It's nothing revolutionary. It's your pretty typical romantasy, but I'm picky with romantasy because if it's cringe or if the writing is bad or it's flowery just for the sake of being flowery, but the author doesn't really know how to be flowery as a writer, if that makes sense, I can't read it. So I am enjoying this one. My biggest update is that I have only made it 2 chapters into Fool's Fate, but I need to do some damage on this tonight. So I think my plan is I do have a video that needs to go up tonight or tomorrow. It's a short, quick one. By the time this video comes up, it will already be posted. So I'll link it here. It's my 10 before the end, which I'm staring at the stack right now, and I'm like, oh, I just want to finish my current read so I can move on to the next, but I have another 10 books from the library again. It's always too many books in too little time, as we know to be true. So I think my plan is I am going to get at least the rough, well, no, I'm going to start with uploading all my footage, which takes a little bit, and then read a chapter or 2 while I wait for that, and then I will do the rough edit first, which won't take long because it's only like 20 minutes of footage, and just kind of like on and off read read and edit for the rest of the eve. And I'm debating if I'm gonna end this vlog tomorrow or if I'm gonna extend it to Sunday night, Monday morning, because I am considering doing a 24-hour readathon this weekend. I don't see why not. I just want to read. I feel like this first week of work, which I haven't gotten any footage of me in my scrubs, so me, do that tomorrow. I have not had as much time to read this week. I've just been getting used to a new sleep schedule and commuting 45 minutes to and from work every day, but the weekends is gonna be for reading and I'm very excited. So I'm considering doing a 24-hour readathon this weekend. So I can't really vlog and do a 24-hour readathon. I don't have the capacity to do that. So we'll see when I end the little vlog, but for now I must go do some editing and do some reading. Come in, little guy. He can't get you cash. He just wants to love you. First update, I didn't update yesterday. So today is Saturday, September 27th. Oh, Danny's Gotcha Day. The only thing that I shot yesterday was a little bit of B-roll and an actual shot of me in my scrubs. So you're welcome. They're black. Shocking. And I wore my beat to hell black checker Vans to work yesterday. So me personally this week, I was a little overwhelmed, and I think filming this vlog was very ambitious of me. So hopefully you guys like it. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Alex. I'm a pharmacist. That's not the coolest thing about me. The coolest thing about me is how many books I read and talking to you about them. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. I am so tired, getting earlier and earlier now that I'm taking the melatonin as well. Last night I was falling asleep on the couch at 10:30. My husband had to wake me up and take me to bed, and like passed out instantly. And I did sleep in till about 8:55 this morning, which is that's what I want my sleeping in to be, that I'm now getting up at 5:30. So feel good. I'm ready to chug some water and make a nice coffee and sit down and read. So work was great. Thank you for coming with me on my first work week. I'm off for the weekend, so I work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30, no nights. So we have the weekend to read. I decided to just continue this vlog through Monday morning because I think I'm gonna do a Sunday reset, or I think I'm gonna do a monthly reset tomorrow. So I'll be filming that kind of more tomorrow. So today I'm really gonna bring you guys around and just load the ass end of vlog up, if you will, with reading. And I do have quite a bit to do today. I did want to do a 24-hour readathon, but I think I'll probably save that until maybe next weekend if I can. I do want to read a lot of books this weekend though, so we are going to prioritize reading. but I have grocery pickup to place and go pick up. I have to go to Walmart to get Danny her antibiotic. I think she's just messing with Meg at this point. So me being at work this week and having primarily been the one taking her out on her walks for the last 4 or 5 months, she is piddling every time my husband picks up her harness and her muzzle to take her out. And I think she's just revolting, like, you're not my mom, because she is a perfect angel when I come home and when I take her out in the morning and when I take her out on the weekends and at night when I get home. So that's that. We brought her to the vet and they gave her an allergy shot because she also has sores on her paws. She's allergic to something in the south because we had the same problem when we lived in Florida. Still no results on the urinalysis. Like, I brought her because I want to know if she has a UTI or if she's just messing with us. They call me on Thursday and they're like, how's she doing? And I'm like, did her urinalysis come back yet? And they were like, no, I'm just wondering how she's doing. And I'm like, don't you know? You're the doctor. Like, oh, it sets me off. $500 later. Anyway, she's fine. I don't think she has a UTI. I think she's just being a brat. So, but her paws are messed up. So they gave her an antibiotic for that. I have to go, and they gave her an allergy shot that's supposed to last 6 weeks, which that's what brought the cost of the vet visit up quite a bit. I wasn't there to be like, no, we don't want that. My husband was just like, yeah, which is fine. So we'll see if that helps. It's tough because, like a lot of dogs, she does not like being bathed and she does not like me touching her feet. So and she's huge. So it's nearly impossible for me to like get underneath where I need to clean her little paws. And where she likes to pee in the yard out front, it's on a little bit of an incline, and bless her heart, she's got 2 brain cells in there since the day I got her that have just gotten smaller. She piddles on her feet and like steps in it every time and then doesn't let me clean her paws off. So of course she's got sores that are infected. This was a lot. On a Saturday morning, on the gotcha day of my daughter. Today, on the day of my cat's quinceañera? I don't think so. So Danny is amazing and my favorite thing in my life. I have to go pick up some hair stuff that I ran out of at Walmart as well. So I'm just gonna drop her prescription off, probably go get it tomorrow or have my husband get it on Monday. And I need to clean. Because speaking of pee, my cats are constantly at war with each other and marking and peeing on my carpets. Does anyone else's animals do this to them, or is it just me? I don't know why they hate me. I love them. So I need to clean the carpet in my husband's game room pretty heavily. Again, I did a first layer last night and I walked out this morning and I'm like, I know, it stinks still. So we need to do that. I need to just sweep, mop, do some laundry, clean the couch, wash blankets, because no matter where I put my personal blankets for reading cozy time on the couch, Danny sits all over them with her stinky butt because she doesn't let me bathe her. You see how it all just comes back around? I haven't talked about reading updates. That's what we're doing, is we are cleaning, choring, erranding, in betwixt reading. I need to make some progress on Fool's Fate. So I'm only about 150 pages in. I'm on starting chapter 9. So, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things of this bajillion page book. It is, in typical Robin Hobb fashion, a little bit slow to start, but I think the quest portion of things are really going to start picking up. We have made it to the Out Islands. If you are familiar with this particular trilogy, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything. Just, again, plug for the Realm of the Elderlings. Start with Assassin's Apprentice, Live Ship Traders, make your way to Tawny Man. The trilogies and the like interconnected series, I think, just get better and better as we go. So I really want to prioritize making some good progress in Fool's Fate because this is a buddy read, and my gals that I'm buddy reading with have been doing better this week because I've been so tired before. We need to read that. The next update is The Wolf King. I think I can finish this weekend as well. I only have about 120-ish pages, and as we know on a Kindle, that is going to fly by. We have reached a point in the conflict where Callum is like, she's mine. She is mine, and you guys are not doing anything to this girl. And I'm like, yeah, you tell him. So I'm still really enjoying this. Excited because me and my girl Alma are going to buddy read this when she comes visits me in a couple of weeks. Well, we're gonna buddy read book 2. So I think I can finish this. I'm not gonna finish Fool's Fate today, but I do want to get like halfway done. So I'm gonna prioritize that with some coffee this morning, and then we're gonna finish Wolf King later. And then, oh, I haven't pulled it up yet. The other update that I have is I started the audiobook for, I'll just put it up on the screen. I started the audiobook for Iron and Embers, and that is by Helen Tincture, which is the first book in the spin-off series to the Legends of Thesmar. So this is the Ashes of Thesmar series. We're following Ren and Torge, their little love story, and I went into this very blind. I've heard mixed reviews. I started with the audiobook, and the audiobook is great, and I am just absolutely eating this up. So I do have it on my Kindle. I don't know what chapter I'm on, so I have to wait. Let me just go to the cover. But this one is following again Ember, who is Thea's sister. She is now a poisoner, so she has taken her love of healing and apothecary, tinctures, remedies, all that kind of stuff, and she is using it. And I love that for her. Everyone's like, no, that's not what you should be doing. Bitch, don't ever tell a woman what she should or should be doing, especially if it comes to poisoning men. So I definitely want to, I could probably finish this weekend because I do have the audiobook as well, and I would like to work on some crochet projects when my hands are not swollen. I have just some replacement rings on right now because, again, my wedding ring, one of the diamonds fell out, the same one that I've fallen out and been replaced already. Look at these sausages. Like, that's not trying to come off this morning. So we need to let the swelling in the hands go down a little bit before we do crochet. So yeah, I'm about 36%. Did you see that? I'm about 36% into Iron and Embers. So I'm really enjoying it. It's 5 years after the war that takes place in Legends of Thesmar. If you're familiar with that series, I recommend that you read it first. I don't think you necessarily have to, but it wouldn't make any sense to me if you didn't. So there's 4 books in that one. They're all great. The romance is great. The world building is good. For a romantasy series, it's there. The banter, not bad. Stakes, they're high. They're up here. We've got shadow wraiths. We've got lightning magic. Lost Queens of Kingdoms. Very good stuff. So yeah, read that first and then read this. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I have book 2 already on my Kindle, and I think 3 is coming out this year, later on this year. So excited for the reads that I have. Oh, what was I gonna say? It's 5 years after the war, and we have trials at an alchemy school Ren is competing in, and Torge is her bodyguard. You had me at Torge because he is very much giving Henry Cavill original Witcher with his silver hair. Trials at a school of alchemy. Come on. So I've got some good reads. I am excited to finish them though, because I want to sound like I'm trying to rush through what I'm reading and not enjoying it, but I just have so many books that I want to get to, and I do feel like I've been reading what I've been currently reading for years, aka since Monday. So this weekend is for a little cram sesh via Jan Agaton. We'll link her channel here down below, one of my favorite booktube channels. That's what we're doing this weekend. We're cramming responsibilities, but also we're cramming. I'm gonna make my coffee. I'm gonna get my heating pad going because my back also does hurt, and we're gonna sit down and read. Hi. So I didn't do as good of a job today vlogging as I wanted to. I feel weird. I feel a little under the weather. Perhaps I'm getting a cold. My head just like feels heavy and I don't know, I just feel out of it. I fell asleep on the couch last night and I didn't take my meds, so it could be a little bit of that. I am pretty sensitive to like if I miss a day, but neither here nor there. On a girls' night, my husband went to his sister's house to watch one of the football games, and I was like, I can't leave the house at 7 o'clock at night. What am I, 29 years old? No. I put a scary movie on Shudder, and I think I'm gonna switch to another book. I think I am getting sick. I feel like I sound stuffy. I also just ate a bowl of chili really, really fast, and I put a lot of hot sauce in it, so it could be a little bit of that, but I kind of just want to lay down and read on my Kindle. So I do have a reading update for Fool's Fate. I am almost 50% in, which was my goal today, as I previously stated, and we're getting where we want to be right now. So this is the part of a Robin Hobb book that things just really start to pick up. Pieces are coming together. The puzzle is making sense. Jeez, I'm out of breath. It's so hard to talk about a series, especially when you're on like further into the series without really spoiling anything. But as far as the quest goes that we have embarked on in this installment of Tawny Ma'am, we are where we want to be. We're there, we've made it, things are happening. It's very exciting. And it's still kind of building up and like little reveals are here and there, but Fitz and the Fool are getting along for right now, which just makes my heart happy because when they're mad at each other, I feel it viscerally. These characters, I feel like I just know them so well. There's so many books that we have with them in it, and the characterization that Robin Hobb is able to achieve in each individual book, and then also throughout the realm of the Elderlings, it's just masterful. Like, it's nothing that I've ever read. It's very much, it's epic, like Game of Thrones is epic, which to me is god tier, like epic fantasy, even though we're not gonna fucking know how it's supposed to end. Don't bring it up. Okay, so I'm tired of holding this, and I feel like I feel like something's happening to me. I feel like I might be getting sick. So I kind of just want to put this movie back on and lay down with my babies and read. So what I think I'm gonna do is switch over to The Wolf King, because I only have, I think, maybe like 100 pages left. So we can finish this. Sorry. Oh, I hate when it's on so bright because I was at work. 44%, I gotta charge it. It's 363. Did anyone else get an update? Okay, hold on. It used to be when you swiped up that the Kindle would tell you how many pages, like you're on page 20 of 550, and now it does this dumb shit where it tells me the page and I can scroll through the pages, but it doesn't show me the total pages anymore. If anyone knows why that's happening and how I can fix it, please let me know. Okay, I'm on page 363, 466. Yeah, I have just about 100 pages on a Kindle. That will take me like 30 minutes. So I think I am going to settle down and lay down and finish The Wolf King. Put this movie back on. In case anyone is wondering what I'm watching, I am watching House on Eden. Sorry, Carl. I'm watching House on Eden. It's a new scary movie on Shudder if you have that subscription. I personally think it's worth it. I think a lot of the Shudder originals especially are really good and really well done, and it's a cheap $10 way a month to get my horror fix, even though I want to watch and rent and buy so many of the new ones that have come out. I haven't seen Weapons yet. I want to rewatch Black Phone for Black Phone 2 to come out. Just like, who's got the time and money? And I also don't want to buy them on my Fandango account because I want to start collecting physical media. But like, you go to Walmart or Target and a brand new horror movie on DVD is like $30. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is a dead art. Make it cheaper. Okay, it's not dead because I want to bring it back. I think a lot of people that I follow on are into collecting physical media again. So that's very fun and exciting for us. But I'm gonna put this on. It's found footage. This trio of friends are going into the woods to do like a ghost hunting YouTube video, and one of the girls tricked them. They were supposed to go to like a cemetery, and one of the friends found this abandoned house that allegedly no one has ever explored, so they're gonna be the first ones to do it. And it's a creepy fucking shack in the woods. So I just love found footage videos, found footage horror movies. I think they're so fun and kitschy. So I feel like I said I'm gonna settle down and watch this like 12 times. So I'm gonna settle down and watch this, and I will probably be back to update when I finish The Wolf King. We can discuss my final thoughts, and then I don't know how much more reading I'll get done tonight because I feel like I kind of just want to go to sleep now. I really don't feel so good, which is weird how that just like, it just comes at you when you're getting a cold. Like, it comes out of nowhere. I kind of haven't been feeling good since this afternoon, and I thought it was just because I had too much caffeine, which is definitely still a possibility, but I don't know. I have that tingle that something's happening in my body. So with all that yapping, let's watch some scary movies and do some reading.
It's crazy. Whoa. What do you think this is? Is this part of everything you read up on or not?
I don't know.
Or found?
Probably teenagers or some shit. I don't know anything about this, but I do know that I read about a girl going missing, like around.
What's that? What?
I thought I saw something. Anyway, I read about a girl going missing like 60-ish years ago. I don't know who, but that's what I read online.
Okay.
So that's about all I know. I don't know anything about this shit.
How much farther is the house?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Wait, hold on.
Are you just a big good girl? Oh, you're just so fresh, so clean.
Hello from me and Danielle, who are both freshly showered. Happy Sunday afternoon. It is 1 p.m. Holy cannoli, EST. Let's start off with, I didn't feel well last night, so I didn't really do a ton of updating, but I do have a reading update, which is, it drives me nuts when the bookshelves aren't straight. I'm doing my best. I finished The Wolf King by Lauren Pal Freeman, and I loved this. 4 stars. I am very excited to get to the Night Prince. I did call a couple of the reveals at the end, which is fine. This isn't like a thriller. We're not worried about solving a mystery, but I did anticipate one of the reveals about one of our main characters. So again, this is following a princess in the Southlands that has been promised to this piece of shit named Sebastian to help strengthen the relationship between her father, the king, and this powerful lord, Sebastian, as previously mentioned. And then she gets taken, but she really runs away with an alpha of a wolf clan named Callum, who brings her to meet the Wolf King, and she gets embroiled in this tussle between her kingdom and the kingdom of the wolves. So that's all there is to it. It's fun, it's flirty, it's fresh. I enjoyed it. I mean, I say it's fresh. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it was just very enjoyable. It was fun to read. So I'm really excited to get to The Night Prince, which is book 2, but you are not going to see me talk about it for a couple of weeks because one of my BFFs from pharmacy school, Alma, is coming down for a weekend in a couple of weeks, and we have decided to buddy read it in person, which I think is going to be so fun. So we're going to be here for a couple days. She gets here Friday the 10th, and then we have a bunch of plans like that Friday and Saturday, and then that crazy bitch booked the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta for Sunday. So we're going to have a Sunday fun day, hotel, luxurious buddy read session, and I am so excited. So that is the reading update there. I haven't made any more progress on any of my other reads. So my only current reads right now for the end of this vlog, which again, I hope you have enjoyed watching me complete my first week at a new job, which I love so far, and I did manage to finish 3 books, which I'm proud of. So I think the rest of the day I am going to focus on filming more for a Sunday reset, which I am going to put up later this week. A monthly reset, excuse me. It's Sunday, September 28th. So I think I'm going to put it up on Wednesday, October 1st. It's going to work out perfectly. And I'm also going to film my monthly wrap up and kind of make it like a monthly reset wrap up, I think is what I'm going to start doing, and just combine those together, because on their own, they don't perform so well for me. So let's just mishmash them together. I don't care. I got a blueberry what is it? A blueberry pancake latte from Eliano's, which I think is a Georgia chain. I don't know. Someone will have to tell me, but it's really, really good. And the stand is right down the street from my house. So I was very good this week, and I brought coffee from home all week. I did not order out or go to Starbucks on my way to work or anything, so I felt I deserved this. I did run my errands this morning that I didn't feel like doing yesterday, so I'm just really feeling like the Sunday monthly reset energy right now, and I am glad that I gave myself a break yesterday after my first week at a new job. So I went and got groceries. I went and got Danny's antibiotics, which we'll talk about that later because I've been upset about that story this whole day. She is started on antibiotics because she does indeed have a UTI, and I'm hoping that it will clear up some of her allergic little hot spots that she has on her paws. And I had to take a shower because gave her a bath that she desperately needed. So we're both super, super fresh and super, super clean for Sunday. Do I have to clean the rest of my house again after I did it yesterday because we both walked through the house with dog hair and mud and dirt, whatever came out of the shower? Yeah, but that's a price you gotta be willing to pay when you have a 125-pound Mastiff as a dog. So this coffee is halfway done and it has put in work this morning. Their espresso is good. It gives me energy, but it like does not give me the shakes. So I think the reason I didn't feel so well last night is I did have a very big cup of coffee at like 4:30 p.m. And sometimes if I have caffeine later in the day, like too late like that, it gives me nauseated, just like I feel like my skin is crawling. So just it was a little too much. I gotta start having my afternoon caffeine at like 2 p.m. the latest, and then no more caffeine, I say now. And then I have another cup of coffee later. Okay, so I will be back in a little bit to probably wrap up the vlog. Maybe if I make any more progress on Fool's Fate. I didn't read any more after the update that I was at 47% last night because Nicole and I, who are 2 of the 3 buddy reads in this group, have gotten to about the same point, but Allie is still woefully behind. So I may or may not switch over to Iron and Embers, or I might start A Sky Behind the Storm. I always mix up the exact titles of these books, but it's book 4 in the Ember and Ashes series, which I'm buddy reading with my friend Olivia. So I've got some buddy reads to do. I do have a couple of arcs that I need to get to as well. I have some good audiobooks if I want to do some crochet today. I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling fine. So those are the plans. I will see you later to probably do our last update and close out this vlog. Hello. Oh, why am I so close? Oh. Ugh. The things we do for our art. Okay, wait. Okay, that's better. Hello. I did a lot today, but I did not do a great job filming it. I did do my nails. Went with a very dark, deep blue. It's the heart of the ocean is the vibe that it's giving. I did not do my toes, but they are prepped to be painted, so I'll do that later this week. But I just knew if I didn't paint my nails and I went to work with bare nails, it was gonna annoy me, typing away and not having painted nails. So let's talk about what I did today and close out this vlog. I ran errands this morning. I went and got Danny's meds. I feel like I updated at that point in time, but I got her meds, I got our groceries, I gave her a bath. I had to give myself a bath after that. And then the day flew by. Like, I have not read. I think I read a couple of chapters of Iron and Embers on my Kindle, but I haven't read any Fool's Fate because I was waiting for the other girls to catch up, and then they read through chapter 18, so I have to read through chapter 18, actually be caught up to them now. But I'm just gonna like plow through a few chapters tomorrow night, I think. What else did I? Oh, my nails took up some chunk of time. I cleaned some more. I did laundry. So very much a Sunday reset, like Sunday, you know, getting shit done, ready for the week. I wanted to film more of it for my monthly reset, and I didn't really do that either. So we're gonna have to fudge some numbers there. But I wanted to close the vlog out and just show y'all what I think I'm gonna be starting next. And I do plan on starting another reading vlog tomorrow because I don't see why not. Let's just keep the party going. So I think I am gonna start probably with A Sky Beyond the Storm. This is by Saba Tahir. This is book 4 in the Ember and the Ashes series. I'm buddy reading with my friend Olivia, and I think she's like at least 50 pages in. And then I have Julie Chan is Dead by Leanne Zhang from the library, and I just keep hearing really good things about this. I don't know, I just really want to read this. So this is following our main character, whose name is Julie, and her twin sister Chloe is this social media superstar. They're identical cynical. Julie goes over to her house and finds out that Chloe is unalived. She's not around anymore, so she just assumes her role and implements herself into the social media business that her twin sister has built. It kind of is giving me Yellowface vibes, like imposter syndrome, but to the actual max that it can go to. So, hey Dan! I do very much want to start this at some point. Good shake. But because I am buddy reading and I do actually have this whole series on my Kindle, I think I'm going to start with A Sky Beyond the Storm, so that way I can switch over to Kindle when I want to go lay down in bed. Oh, no, your mouth is wet. Not in a library book. Oh my goodness. So with that, thank you so much for coming along with me to my first week at my new job. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did finish 3 books. I already forgot what they were. We finished The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. We finished The Wolf King by Lauren Palfremian. And we finished Karen Slaughter, We Are All Guilty Here, on audio. So that was fun. I would love it if you liked this video so my content could get out to more people. We could talk more books, and also subscribe. I will be back soon. Next video. 1 video a week. Energy is going strong. And this is who you're disappointing if you don't like and subscribe. So with that, good night. Happy reading. Bye.